What you see is what you get. This is every mainline Pokemon game cassette case form. And yeah, the reason I'm doing this video is because one, I thought this would be cool to show off because I made all these. Don't mind that, that's just glue residue. Because I've been making custom boxes, which you'll be seeing in a later video, just to let you know. But right now, we got these custom cassette cases. The reason I'm doing this is because these are all for sale. Now, they hold the games differently. I don't have any inserts because I don't have foam. So you pay $3 for what you get. If you don't have a cassette case to print them out, there you go. In the past, I made cassette cases for my Game Boy and GBA, GBC games, and I really enjoyed it. Those loose games. It was a lifesaver for me. And they're really fun to make, so I decided to keep doing more. And then I decided, well, let's see if anyone will be interested in buying them, because they're not that hard for me to make, but some people might not find easy, because some of them are pretty expensive online. I know a lot of those have inserts or high quality stuff, but now I have high quality cassette cases, so I'm going to showcase what all these look like, and how each one holds the game when it is loose. Some people are stingy about that. I personally am not, don't care that much. I don't have every Pokemon game, but I have like one from at least every generation. So yeah, there's Pokemon Red. Those Game Boy games have in GBC. The bomb hinge I broke off basically, so it fits. Show you what it looks like when you're shaking around. Doesn't really move that much, but you know, it doesn't really cause any damage. And each one has a unique Pokemon. Usually relates to the game. Like for example, this is Charizard, so I put Charmander. And usually I like to do every starter for the base game. Obviously, the red, blue, and green are obvious. But later generations, there's only like, they only have 2 games rather than the 3 the earlier ones have, so I wasn't able to do that, so you'll see when I get there, so yeah. But red is Charizard. Okay, hard to put that back. Pokemon Blue. Just Squirtle. This has both hinges because these are actually for my, some of these are from my actual collection, the ones that have the games in there. Green was not released in North America, but if you have a Japanese version or a reproduction copy, you can use green. Just for completionist sake, I did it. And there's Bulbasaur, of course. Then we have a yellow. I don't know why, but I played a lot of Pokemon in yellow when I was younger, even though I didn't grow up with the generational one. I got this in they actually have the actual box for this game, and it somehow got faded in that one area. Don't ask me how. And I just lazy, I just did Pikachu, because it's Pikachu. Yellow. Move on to Generation 2. Pokemon Gold. Got Cyndaquil. Pokemon Silver. Got Chikorita. Pokemon Crystal, which I actually do own, which has Totodile. Love this cartridge, I love how it's shiny. Yes, I need to replace the battery. I have a game bit, but I need to learn how to solder and buy a battery for it. Moving on to Generation 3, I got Pokemon Ruby. I do make custom ones, labels, so if you go to my Macari down below, if you want to buy these, and there's a game you don't see that you have, that I have made. Of course, I forgot to wash my hands when doing this video. My fingers aren't sticky, these look beat up. There's a Torchic. Let's see, Pokemon Sapphire. Got Mudkip. The one I have, which I grew up with, Pokemon Emerald, or calls the coolest Pokemon ever. He's not my favorite, but he's one of the coolest. And Trico, one of my favorite starters. There it is, Pokemon Emerald. This is what the GBA looks like inside. Doesn't really, this one doesn't really move at all. It's actually, I keep the hinges there, so if that's me a problem with, then I guess. Might be a little tricky to put them in. There's really not that, once you figure it out, it's like always put them in the middle, and there you go. If you want, you can make your own inserts out of foam, which one of the people who bought one of these did. Here's the first Pokemon game I ever played, Fire Red. Love this game. There's Charmander in the back. There's the cartridge, my original Fire cartridge. And here's Leaf Green. The reason I did green, because Yeah, leaf green, not green, you know what I mean? Leaf green, no aqua blue. There's Bulbasaur. And I did change the artwork because I used the new artwork for the Generation 3 for the Bulbasaur Squirrel, but they used the original artwork for Gen 1 games. You know, keep it consistent. Here's a diamond. I actually do not plan on keeping any of my DS games cassette cases because I have most of the DS cases already, so it's kind of beats the purpose. And there's Piplup. But some people, if you want to use DS cases, you can. In the future, I might. Depends. To keep them all consistent. But we'll see. Pokemon Pearl. And here is the copy of my game I have. Actually, a lot of these games I actually kind of do own because I had two other brothers, and me will play the game, so they would have one version on the other. Except for like Gold, won't have that one, so my other has the other ones. So the DS1 games kind of slide around quite a lot, so you know. So I actually was originally not going to do them, and then somebody wanted them, and I was like, okay, and then people like them. So yeah, they slide around if you don't have the insert, but nothing too bad. Like I don't know what you're even going to do to you know, them to even like want to for them to even slide around that much. If that's a big deal, I'll just show how they fit in there. The game fits, you know. Here's Platinum, which is the game I would like to have because it seems like a better version of Pearl, Diamond Pearl. And there's a little Turtwig. Art Gold. I had Soul Silver, but I love both these games. I have Entei. I don't know. I didn't know what to really put on there because I want Suicune because there's no Suicune. And it's like all reference to the original game. I thought I got to do something different in Heart Gold. Let's put, oh, no love for Raikou. Soul Silver. There's my Soul Silver copy. Pay the crap out of that game. There he is. Suicune. Move on to Generation 5, but still on the DS. We got Pokemon Black. And this is when there was only 2 versions, so yeah, I had to put all 3 stars on one, which some people you might like better than others. Who knows? Here's Pokemon White, which I do have. So it's same as the other ones. It's the same. It's you know, it's the same cartridge. Great. Here is Black 2. Which I put Kyurem because you know he connects to the other ones. You know, you play the game, so you know what I mean. We got White 2. And there's my copy. That one also had Kyurem. And we got 3DS games. Here is Pokemon X. Oh, actually open that. There's the side. All 3 starters. And Pokemon Y. Same thing, but this one is actually a copy in there. I'm probably taking all my 3DS games out because I don't have enough room or space to display all the DS games. Because I have a lot of DS and 3DS games because I already have the original case for them, so I don't really need to. Just for the purposes of this video, I'm doing it. Here's one of the best Pokemon games, Pokemon Omega Ruby. Here's my copy, and I put, for both of them, I have Mega Rayquaza, who is OP, but I love him because Rayquaza is one of my favorite Pokemon. Alpha Sapphire. And there's also Mega Rayquaza. Oh, those 2 fell. Pokemon Sun. There's my copy, and 3 starters. Pokemon Moon. We also enter a new generation, by the way, but you probably already know that. Same thing. Ultra Sun. I don't even remember what was they added different, because when I played them, they had the exact same story, so I don't understand like why they did Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Like it was like Black Terror White too. I guess it really wasn't, but like, what's the point? They should have just made like, well, the 3rd game, you know, instead of just being Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I just put Cosmog, because why not? There's my copy of Ultra Sun. I don't understand what was so different about Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon than the original base game, but whatever, in Ultra Moon. Like Black 2 and White 2 were completely different than Black 1 and White. Well, not completely different, but they had the same region. But you know what I mean. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon have the same exact story and everything. What I remember. So I was like, what was the difference? Then we move on to the infamous Switch era Pokemon, which actually quite a lot, even though the last two haven't been released yet. I have two of them. I haven't really been in. I actually haven't collected all of them. Like one for each generation. One, my brother stopped collecting Pokemon games because he doesn't have a Switch. There were two brothers, basically, and actually everyone does, but I think he has digital games. And me personally, I haven't been into Pokemon because the new generations I haven't looked that good, and the two games I have played, I did not get into, especially after Sun Moon were just okay, and Ultra Moon was like, what was the point? I got burnt out. Plus, they released so many games, it's ridiculous. So here's one. Here's Let's Go Pikachu. Not a big fan of these yellow remakes. There's the kid with the Pikachu. The one I do have is a Let's Go Eevee, because I thought it would be fun. It was the first Pokemon game released. I was like, hey, it's Pokemon on the Switch, and then I was like, this is garbage. Well, not really garbage. It's not bad, really, but it's not. It does not hold up to the other Pokemon games. And when this Sword and Shield came out, I did not care for how it looked at all. It did not look appealing, so I didn't pick any of them up. I don't know, I'm putting my Pokemon opinions out. Here you go. These game cases look pretty awesome, though. Here's all the starters. Here's Shield. I actually picked up, because I said I would pick it up, but they made it, so, yeah, Brilliant Diamond. You have a copy. Not very good. I decided to put Green Tina, actually changed its form, because, like I said, I always like to pay homage to, if you remember remakes, like, since there's no third one, I always paid homage to the Pokemon. That was the third one. It wasn't there anymore. So, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it was Suicune, even though I don't put Suicune and Soul Silver. I probably should put them both. Mega Ruby and Sapphire, also Rayquaza, but since he had a new Mega form, if that made sense. And for, what was it? Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, I put Giratina. And the cool thing with that is I will swap forms for him. So, for Pokemon Shining Pearl, we have his, I forget what it's called. There's Origin form and, where your one's called. This is a really interesting game. It's kind of like, oh, here's a standalone game, pretty much, but one of them. I don't know why they don't do that. I mean, the gimmick, I guess, but sorry, Legendary Arceus. I heard actually better stuff about this game, but I just haven't picked it up because I don't have my schedule. I don't have enough time for that crap. And of course, put Arceus in the back because it's called Legendary Arceus. And these two games haven't come out yet, but here we go. Pokemon Scarlet. I haven't really heard much about it, other than what the starters look like. It's coming out like next month, I believe. There's the starters. Do you like how these came out? And Pokemon Violet. Yeah, keep tossing it around. And yeah, that was 13 minutes later. Those are all the cassette cases. And yeah, if you want to buy, I have a couple listed on my website. Not only my website, I use Macari. And I have other stuff listed there too. So yeah, if you want some, just message me. If you want a bundle, because I do bundle. I sell them for around $3 a piece, and that doesn't really change. Though I guess I could swing different price depending on how much you bundle. So yeah, thank you for watching. And I thought that was pretty cool, just like, at least displaying all the Pokemon games. See ya.